What's going on, guys? All Up Blizzle here, bringing you some more Pokemon TCG content. Today we have Turbo Mill featuring Toxtricity. Durant for a long time has been the face of Mill, but I feel like this Toxtricity is a little better right now, and here's why. It's Risk Taker attack for 2 colorless energies, let's flip a coin, and if heads, we get to mill the top 5 cards of our opponent's deck, and tails we mill the top 5 cards of our deck. So Glimwood Tangle will let us reflip the coin if we so choose, so we basically have a 75% chance of flipping, or of milling the top 5 cards of our opponent's deck. Then we're going to be using the Genesect Fusion Strike system engine because our Toxels are Fusion Strike, and then the rest of the deck is just getting it through the deck as fast as possible, and also get through our opponent's deck as fast as possible. We have Misfortune Sisters, which lets us mill the top 5, look at the top 5 cards of our opponent's deck, and discard any items we find there. We have Lure Module, which is a very funny card. It works as sort of a pseudo-consistency card, but also can help us mill. It lets us look at the top 3 cards of our opponent's, both players look at the top 3 cards of their deck, and they both have to take any Pokemon they find there. So between Misfortune Sisters and Lure Module, we're forcing items and items and Pokemon cards out of their deck. We have Rotom Phone. It's just a great consistency card. You've seen it in Mew a lot. We have 4 Ultra Ball, 4 VIP, 4 Quick Ball for the consistency, 3 Rods to help get our guys back, 2 Heavy Balls to make sure our dudes aren't prized, Pal Pads. We have up to 6 Misfortune Sisters in a game. Cursed Shovel, so we have that little extra mill. When one of our Pokemon gets knocked out, we can mill top 2 cards of our opponent's deck. 2 Balloons to pivot our Genesects. A Seal Stone to help us find any one specific card. Our 4 Glimwood Tangles, as aforementioned. We need to be able to flip heads on that Risk Taker. And then 4 Twin and 4 Double Turbo. I will preface this is not the most competitive deck ever. It is very fun. It's just a fun one just to roll out on ladder. It actually has a surprisingly great Lostbox matchup, as you'll see in the following battles. It's pretty hilarious. But after this, there are going to be a couple battles. Please consider subscribing. I upload Pokemon TCG content every single day. Check out my Crown Zenith playlist below if you've missed any of my decks I've uploaded lately. And as always, the PTCGO import will be below. And now, enjoy the battles. Alright, get into our first battle here. I'm going to call the coin flip, and we win. That's always great. So, we'll be drawing. Ugh, that hand would have been bad if we had mulligan, so definitely okay mulligan here. Another hand that would have been atrocious. So, we're against Reggies, it looks like. So, that shouldn't be too bad. They can race our Genesects, which is never great, but also, we can mill them, and they won't be a terribly fast deck. Might take them a couple turns to get going. Our hand's very good. So, we're going to Battle VIP Pass and get Genesect and Toxtricity. Or in Toxel, my bad. Or double Genesect. That works too, I think. Because we can Quick Ball for a Toxel. Or we just Lure Module into the Toxel. Busted deck. So then we'll phone. I'll put the Toxel on top so we can keep digging. So there's a Toxel. We sort of need to have a thing banked up. I'm gonna Quick Ball at the Cursed Shovel, or at the Ultra Ball, excuse me, because we have the Toxtricity now, so we don't necessarily need Ultra Ball. We do have a Glimwood Tangle banked up in our hand in case of a pass at the peak. I'm just gonna pass this on, yeah, we can play Lure Module here, I think. So I'm just gonna pass. Got a very strong first turn, just need an energy away from attacking, or if we get knocked out, we have attack in hand. We have a Misfortune Sisters, we have a Glimwood. So our opponent will use Trekking Shoes. Always, yeah, and also one thing about Reggies in this matchup is they just can't attach and start attacking. They have to go through they'll have to go through a decent amount of their deck to set up to a point where they can attack, so they'll do part of their job for us. Unless their hand is just completely cracked, and then we press the button in the top right corner. So they Quick Ball for Regidrago, and Quick Ball out a Registeel, and get a Regilucky. Regilucky could definitely be annoying. That's what we prioritize, getting Toxels down early, so we're not going to have them pressured later. They drop a speed. And don't want to get muddy. This hand is very great. So, does our opponent have anything else here? As I said in the intro, this deck is very funny to play. I had a lot of fun playing this. Dang it, that's kind of annoying. I don't see Rope too often. I guess we'll put up the Energy Toxel. I think it's pretty unlikely that they knock us out. Why didn't they open up with the road? I mean, I guess they could have drawn off speed, so. They quick ball for a Drago and Digis Arena, so they definitely have a supporter in hand. So they could be attacking us this turn, which would be kind of unfortunate, but just shoot, they're getting through their deck for us. There's a path to the peak, but we're prepared for it. So they're going to have 4 Reggies, but not done any of those colored energies like the Auroras and the Speeds yet, so. Oh, Marnias, darn it, that Marnie bad. No. Oh no. And then we draw no Glimwood. This deck is a little weak to Path to the Peak. So, this is rough. If we attacked, we're going to be so far behind. But it would be quite a high roll for our opponent to get to the point where they can attack. No, they just pass. So, I think we're just going to risk taker here. You got to do what you got to do. So we'll Rotom Phone. Hope we put a Glimwood on top. We do. So now the hope is we don't mill it. That would be very tragic. Never punished. Let's go. Oh, yes. That's awesome. That's 3 supporters, too. Nice. This deck is very funny to play. Oh, man. So. They must have top decked the Regigigas. So, will they be able to attack us? They need to find Aurora, but still, they need to take a lot of prize cards. And they're already down to 24 cards in deck. And we're going to be milling 5 most of the time. Oh, they're researching. They have to research to attack. So, they're down to even lower amount of cards. And, like, Misfortune Sisters is pretty good because they have a high percentage of items in their deck, so we can get those mills there. So, only 3 mills away from winning. So the Giant Fangs. It'll take our opponent at max 3 turns to win. So, alright, there's a Glimwood that we stacked on top. A Fusion Strike System. There's another Toxel. We can attach. Misfortune Sisters. Hit 4 items. That is amazing. So, Fusion Strike System. We drew the Toxtricity. All Ultra Ball out. We quick ball in the VIP Pass and you get the other Toxtricity, Fusion Strike System. It doesn't really matter if we put him down first because, oh, and there's a concession. Alright, on to our next game here. We will not be going first. That is unfortunate, but we will be going first. Okay. So, next we Lostbox then. That's always what you sort of, maybe like Sables Art or something. I mean, since I'm afraid of Lostbox, I will be opening Genesect Cast Form. Is this the Durant list from Brisbane? Oh no, it's gonna be a mill mirror. That'd be legendary. Well, we're definitely more high maintenance, so we kind of have to use more. We have to get more down to mill, but we have the more powerful mill engine. So this could be interesting. Yeah, there's a Durant. Oh man, the battle of the mill titans here. So there's Pikamuku. Hopefully they can't get a huge Devour on the first turn. A heavy ball for another Durant. So that is bad. Peony, so they have the VIP pass. So they're gonna be able to get a big Devour on the first turn. And like I said, they don't I'm not gonna be taking knockouts on them. So they don't really need to play anything else after they get that first mill. So oh man, this is gonna be a race here. Alright, well, nothing too major. Cursed Shovel is completely useless. I almost think you shouldn't draw cards off Venusaur. Alright, so we're already behind on cards. So we'll Lure Module. We gave him the Durant. That's tragic. So we'll Ultra Ball for that Toxtricity. Evolve it. Drop the Glimwood. We do have that Seal Stone. So we have one of the cards we need guaranteed. Misfortune Sisters. And it had 5 items. Busted card. So we failed the Lure Module. Genesect for 2. Dang. So I'm gonna quick ball the Toxtricity and then I can rot it back in. I don't necessarily need to be worried about. So we have the attack. We can start Alchemy for the Air Balloon, and just hope. Alright, start taking risks. You gotta take risks to be rewarded. You know? Oh, let's go. Busted card. So now we're just behind on cards. We're tied actually. So they have that consistent 4 mil per turn, but I have 5 They're helping me out. Why are you doing this, dude? What are you digging for? Okay. Thank you for making my life easier. So, hello, Misfortune Sisters. 3 more. Let's go. So, we're back tight on cards. I'm just going to take a risk here. Oh, come on. Let's go. Toxtricity mill and 5 more. 10 to 15. Now we're ahead 6 cards. And they're playing more cards. Excellent. Why are they doing this? They're literally playing to my win condition. Yeah, go ahead, Gust the Genesect. Okay, whatever. We will keep going. Take another risk. Oh, come on. Yes! Oh, man. This game is too easy. Oh, man. Should have gone for the red Fennekin coin. That would have really brought the heat. Why are they doing this? Why? I literally just 1 risk take away from winning, and they're forward of ours. I'm so confused. So we'll Glimwood Rod. Oh my goodness. What's the deal here? So we'll Pal Pad back in double. Let's put back in the Toxel. Pal Pad for both Misfortune Sisters back into the deck. You pick up 4 Misfortune Sisters. Did that max bling. Alright, Hidden Energy. Lure Module. 3 supporters. Who does that? Alright, well there is the Toxtricity. We do have to kind of... we could win. We need a Misfortune Sisters to hit 1. Or do they want Pokemon left? They don't. Jerk. So a quick ball of Toxel. I'm gonna go for the game here. I feel like they probably have 1 item left in deck. I could... No. Come on. So alright, if risk taker fails, we lose. But it never fails. Toxtricity is absolutely broken. 75% of the time, 100% of the time. Oh my goodness. There's a Devour, but they're going to come up a little short here. Oh man, that was an awesome game. Yep. Alright, on to our final game. We'll be going first. Okay, hand, the Sealstone sort of needs to bail us out a little bit, which is fine. Cramorant, some sort of build a Lostbox. Oh, Lure Module insane. Oh my goodness, let's go. Alright, I'm still gonna have to seal some for a VIP pass, but that Lure Module was busted. Our hand's actually quite solid after we get moving here. We have a Misfortune Sisters, we have a Toxtricity, and a VIP pass. We can set up a Toxel. Fusion Strike System for 2. Hit a phone. We can phone. Alright, DT guarantees attack for us next turn. We're really just looking for that Glimwood Tangle. Alright, so Lostbox has to, like, the cool part against Lostbox is they have to use their Comfort and Coldest to be able to attack. Like, they have to get into their deck. So they kind of do the job for us a little bit. Like, if the attackers like Sableye and Raikou that can bully us and take multiple prizes, then things start to get a little rough. But if they're gonna just lay out their board with unnecessary attackers and build up unnecessarily, then things are pretty good for us. This deck is a very funny deck to play on ladder, because like if you take it into a tournament on Play Limitless, you're gonna face a lot more people, I'd say on average, that know how to play against Mill and aren't just going to do this and pop off unnecessarily. But it's ladder. Like I said this before, I hope that TCG Live makes ladder a bit more friendly for content creators at least. Like I just don't like recording for hours trying to find good games and you just hit. I mean, it's okay playing against. Like I'm not telling everyone to just play meta and fun decks. Like I'm playing a non-off meta deck. Like I'm not. Ooh, price 2 Glimwoods. I'm not telling everyone to be like, you guys should just play Lugia because I want you to for my video. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that I just wish that, like, if I want to play and get higher ELO and be rewarded and all that, I can play against people who are somewhat skilled than me. Like, I'm not saying that I'm facing bad players. Oh man, that risk taker. Horrible card. Always flips tails. I'm just saying that it seems like a lot of the time you just face jank, which I mean is funny sometimes, but like when you're trying to record and get good games against good decks, and you just get wheezing and Eternatus, And it's like no one wants to watch me play 3 games against Weezing. It is what it is. Well, Weezing's always been that card that people just play on ladder, and I don't think anyone actually plays it IRL. But... So we are going to get punished. I'll see that they have the Zigzagoon to follow this up. They're already down to 21 cards in deck and haven't even taken a prize yet, which is hilarious. But we are really looking for that Glimwood. We prized 2, so it might be a little difficult. We maybe are going to run out of Glimwoods. Alright, another risk taker. Oh, busted card. So 5 cards milled. They can put cards back into their deck with Rod and Recycler. They need 3 energies. This is sort of funny. So there's a Guru. But they're still chorusing. They're still helping us out. They're going to be down to 10 cards. Wow. That's ridiculous. We have the backup Toxel in hand. We can Ordinary Rod. This Toxtricity is going to be going down. But he doesn't have a space for a Sablar. I think that can really hurt us. So they're finally taking their first prize. They're going to hit 10 cards in deck. So there's the Sisters. That's really good. So Ordinary Rod. Put the DTE on. Bench the Toxel. Use the Sisters. Ordinary Rod is a clutch discard. That's basically 4 cards I just took out of their deck. So we'll fail the Hisuian. Genesect for 2. I'll put that Toxel. I'll put a shovel on the Toxel. Genesect for 1. And then we'll just risk taker. Always hit heads. Never hits heads. Come on. Such a... Oh, we milled the Glimwood. Oh, no. Oh, no. This is bad. They still have a lot of gas with Recycler. Oh, but they don't have a court. Oh, that's so huge. If they held that court, we probably lose this game. Now we have a chance. Oh, man. But if they can... It might... Oh, if they can take both Toxels, that would be bad. But... there would also be a lot of resources expended, so they will just punch us with the spit. We'll Lure Module, and they draw a card. Maybe they have items. Oh, dang it! If we hit another Lure Module this turn, we might be able to win because we saw that Comfey on the Misfortune. Oh, our modules are gone. That would have been insane. That would have been. Oh, okay. So we drew the Glimwood. I'm not gonna. All right, we hit the heads. We'll be down to 1. They'll have 0 cards left in deck. So, oh, they had 2 Pokemon that they could have drawn. If they draw 1 more of those Pokemon off that Lure Module, we win. That would have been funny. Okay, so they're gonna have at least 5 more cards in deck. I assume they have another Rod and their Recycler to stay out of Toxtricity range. But they do take this knockout. They do lose 2 cards because of the shovel. They kind of cannot use Radiant Greninja. Oh, they can get the Glimwood. That would suck. Oh, there's just a shovel. Alright, we take that. Alright. There's a quick ball. Fail. So we're going to use that to put more energies back into the deck. So they'll probably play an Ordinary Rod. Bump back up to 9. Dang, we'd like a Lure Module here. That'd be elite. But unfortunately, we don't have any. And the Fortune Sisters is useless. So, I think we still don't have time though, because they can't really load anybody else up. They're just going to use Cramorant, because if they try to load anybody else up, they're going to lose. Because that's just too many cards out of their deck to do that. So, I am going to Fusion System for a couple cards. Get another Shovel, but I can't. Ugh, please. Yes! Down to 4 cards left. So, that's awesome. Lots of energy down, which they might have another Recycler, which could be sort of tragic. Oh, they do. We need 1 more heads, Mr. Toxtricity. Out of 7 cards, we need 1 more heads. Just 1 time, buddy. Okay, they spit. Alright, well, it's Tails, the game's over. So, yeah. But it's not... Yes! Let's go! We only have 1 card left in deck now. So they can't even attack this Toxtricity. They pass. I'm just gonna pass. I'll evolve. Because only way I lose this game is now if Risk Taker hits Tails. And I'm not gonna let that happen. So, do they have any more recovery cards? Or is that it? I'm thinking that's it. I think they are speechless that they lost that Toxtricity. That risk was just too much for them. Oh, come on. If you've made this far in the video, don't be this person. Just either concede or pass the turn. Just take the L. Like, you lost to a funny deck. Just take the L. Like, this is... Nobody, like... You're not making me mad. Like, you're just wasting your own time. Yeah, then they pass. I'll pass. I could use Risk Taker and cheesed him, but I didn't want to. Alright. Well, thank you guys for watching. This has been Turbo Mill. I probably popped off during this video, but this was one of my more favorite decks I've played. It's not the most competitive. Not going to win you any tournaments, but it is very fun. So, I think this is pretty optimal, though, for the deck. Like, it's not going to, like I said, it's not going to win you any tournaments, but certainly a very fun one if you just want to have a fun time on the ladder. So, if you made this far in the video, you're an absolute legend, and thank you for watching. Check out my Crown Zenith playlist below if you missed any decks. Have any comments, suggestions, need any help, drop them below. I'll get back to them as soon as I can. As always, the PTCGO export is below. And thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have a great day. And this has been All Out Blitzel, and I'll catch you guys next time.